Yep.
We just put on the screen
There it is,
some of the
perfect.
text messages that you produced to us.
Yes.
This is
yes.
from your phone,
It is. And
and
so
you're talking to Terrence Bradley, I see over there on the left.
Yes, and so when you see on the 14th, that one that's right in the middle that says file attachment with MIME type, that
Yes.
is a picture of her. So it doesn't show up on this, but it's actually, there was a picture of
So
Miss
while
Yeardy.
you're texting, you're shooting him a picture to see if he can identify Robin Yeardy.
Yes, yes.
Did he
And
identify her?
he did, yes. He said, yes, that's her, that's the East Point. And he thought the apartment was in East Point. I later found out it was in Hapeville, but those are very
Right.
close in close
So
areas.
he knew they would meet at that apartment?
He did, yes. He knew all
Okay.
about it. And it was hard to find Miss Yeardy. What happened, and she was Robin Bryant, and then she got married and was Yeardy. I did an open records request for a contract that the DA's office got. It's called Critical Mention. She has I guess he's an attorney, but he's sort of in charge of communications. His name is Jeff DeSantis. Right after Ms. Willis had opened the investigation in this case, that same week, he contracted a company called Critical Mention, which is a media monitoring company. They put a dollar figure basically on your media presence, and they give you these analytical reports. And they say, hey, you did great on MSNBC. That's $1 million worth of, stuff for your brand. The Fonnie Willis brand is doing well, or this phrase is doing well, things like that.
She had an employee in her office that was responsible for promoting her image, her publicity.
She had a publicly funded contract for this. So Jeff DeSantis contracted or called this company, and it's in the emails. I think I provided those as well, but contacted Critical Mention and said, we need to hire you to do media monitoring. And it was the same week that she had sent the letter to Raffensperger and Kemp about this case. Said, we need to have a contract to do media monitoring. Got $10,000 approved, paid $10,000 for a year contract for an annual contract.
Who approved that?
Jeff DeSantis's email said the county approved it, and his emails indicated that it was hard to get approved, that he had to really push, I think is what he said. There's some language to that, but the county paid for it.
Do other DAs do that?
I'd never even heard of media monitoring. I didn't even know it
Yeah.
existed. No. It was very shocking. But so I got some of the emails about this media monitoring. So I did open records, and again, once I got them, they shut me down and wouldn't give me anything else. But so these emails have attachments, they're PDFs, and you can see in the emails the hyperlink to them where you can actually see the analytical reports. That's what I wanted to get, and obviously nobody would give those to me. But these emails showed a trail where two people in her office, so Miss Willis, Mr. DeSantis, and then Robin Yeardy, were the ones that had access to this Critical Mention profile. It's a platform that you can log into and see, how am I doing in the media.
What was Robin Yeardy's role in the DA's office?
She was a liaison between the news organizations. So she said that when CNN, MSNBC wanted her on, they would call Robin and she would coordinate it. She would do her hair and makeup, and then she would coordinate her interviews. But so how I found Robin was I'm going through these emails, and all of a sudden I see an email from Mr. DeSantis saying, take Robin off of this account. She's no longer with the office. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that's her. And so I found a picture of her, and I asked Terrence, is that her? Because I found out she had been fired or had been let go or had quit or whatever it was. And so that's how I was able to figure out who Robin Yeardy was. Then we were able to run her information, get an address, and that's how we were able to narrow down where this Hapeville condo was.
Okay, so that's where basically Miss Willis and Mr. Wade would meet
Yes.
for their relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Mr. Bradley told me at that first meeting that they would meet at hotels. He told me about a lot of travel. I mean, he detailed, he detailed a lot of stuff. He said that they traveled to Texas, they traveled to Florida, just, a lot of different travel. He said Belize, he specifically said Belize, a cruise, the Bahamas, things like that.